Hello everyone, my name is Edjan Sueco and today I'm gonna picture my birthplace, Lonoy. Lonoy is one of the barangays in Cananga Leyte, which has its beautiful history that has been taught by the elders to the younger generations of the place. It is undeniably that the place is very beautiful when it comes to the scenery and the ambience. Your eyes will be satisfied as you enjoy watching the scenery as you drink your hot coffee. Well, that's a common reaction of the people visiting the place. As I searched for facts about the history of Lonoy, I met different people who has lots of interpretation of the history of the place. Some of them tells the story behind the name of the place and how it was related to the long and calm river of the place. The name Lonoy has been derived from the events, rather I say unfortunate events, that happened in the place. There is this long and calm river in the place that has been called Loyagoy, which means a very calm river. Loya means calm and Goy means river. That's why it was called Loyagoy. Whenever there is a heavy rain, the water in the said river will go high and causes a wide surge that affects the whole place. In Bisaya, a wide surge is called Lonop. The name Lonoy has been derived from the unfortunate events back then. As they say, Lonop sa Loyagoy. And from then on, the place is called Lonoy from the phrase Lonop sa Loyagoy. The first barangay hall of Lonoy. Decades ago on 1980, the first barangay hall has been built in Zone 3, one of the city in the barangay. The barangay hall is now a daycare center and became a small conference hall for meetings and gatherings. The barangay hall has a small detention cell for the people who don't follow the regulations implemented by the barangay officials. The hall have been used for so many years until Typhoon Nilanda has devastated the place and ruined the building. It took years to rebuild, refurnish, and beautify the hall so that it will be occupied again. But after years, they built a new barangay hall larger and very modern than the older one, and from then on, it became a conference hall and a daycare center up to now. Lonoy's Chapel. One of the oldest buildings in this place is the chapel that have been occupied for so many generations. The chapel is older than my parents who's now in their 50s. As I asked them when it was built, they just said that they don't know, and as they were young fellas back then, the chapel has been there. But as I seek for more information, I found out that the chapel is being built between 1970 to 1975. The chapel is being donated to the residents of the barangay hall by Mrs. Gemma Esjonio. The chapel have been refurnished and renovated for so many times as the place experienced so many devastating events such as earthquakes, surge, and typhoons. The chapel also has a Jesus statue that has the same age as the chapel. Lonoy Elementary School. I heard so many myths about the school and what it is then before it became a school. Some of them told me that it was a soldier camp and became a cemetery, then became a school. Well, as I grow with confusing thoughts about the history of the said educational institution, gradually I discovered the truth over myths. The place was once a sugarcane plantation, a wide plantation that became the first source of employment in the place. Before the regime of the former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr., the school has been built where my grandfather used to study his primary school in this institution. The school was built on 1940s. But the school undergoes so many rehabilitation because it was devastated also for many times due to the unfortunate events happened in the place. Lonoy's trademark. Every place has a trademark that represents the whole place, either a building, a temple, or any historical infrastructure. But in our place, one of the trademark is the Naga tree, where it has been called Tree of Life by some. Many decades ago, our place was once a forest where various kinds of trees are present in those times. But time to time, the trees became fewer because there are logging activity happened at the time, and after so many years, the forest was gone. And that is the time where the cultivation of the land starts and the place became the widest rice field in the whole barangay. But there is only one tree has left and still living up to now. The tree is a living proof that the place is a survivor of chaos and unfortunate events happened in that place. Tulay na pula. This tulay connects the two sides of Loyagoy River wherein the bridge is used for crossing. The bridge is located for about 20 meters high above the water level. Because every time there's a surge, it will reach the level of 15 meters. The bridge was made for the people will be able to cross safely. The tulay is also one of the oldest infrastructure that have been built. In estimation, the tulay has been built on 1940s. Lonoy has a story to tell to generations to generations. This is a heritage that Lonoy people been proud of.